Coinbase is launching a token sales platform, and the first token sale on the platform is MON, the gas token for the Monad network. What does this mean? Who can participate in the token sale? When will it go live? What is Monad? I sat down with Scott Shapiro from Coinbase, Keone Han, and Kevin McCordick from the Monad Foundation to find out the answers to these questions and more. The following is our conversation. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pipeline Podcast. It is fantastic to be here. Today I'm joined by Scott Shapiro from Coinbase, as well as Keone Han and Kevin McCordick from Monad Foundation. There is a lot to unpack here, and I'm sure the listeners are ready for us to dive right into the details. Scott, welcome to the Pipeline. Would love if you could unpack this awesome announcement and give us a little TLDR on the token sales platform that Coinbase is launching.
Yeah, we're super excited to get this started. This is a big evolution in Coinbase, which Coinbase has been around for a long time and has largely been a secondary market, right? So tokens get created somewhere and then they get listed on Coinbase's exchange, and then people can trade them in a secondary market. And so with this token sale platform that we're launching, it actually will allow people to buy tokens first. And it's distributed in a way that does not favor any given market participant. So the whole retail community can engage and participate with token sales on Coinbase now in a way that's really never existed before.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are very excited about this new product. One question we would like to hop into, why Monad, right? Why is MON the first token sale on the platform?
Yeah, I think, part of it is great timing, right? That we started building this and Monad's token sale was getting ready at the same time. And, there's a really good match there. It's not the only project in crypto though, right? There's a lot of other attributes that we like to look for. And I think Monad, hit some of these, which are things like how committed is the team? Is the team interested in building something for the long term?
Awesome. Yeah, I think that clearly makes a lot of sense. And yeah, Keone, we'll toss it to you next. For anyone who does not know yet, would be great if you could just give a high level overview and explain what Monad is and what is the role of the MON token on the network.
Absolutely. Great to be here. I think it's such an exciting moment in the history of the Monad project. Monad is a blockchain network for decentralized high-frequency finance. Monad is a new blockchain network that's introducing a bunch of new architecture to ultimately help decentralization scale. In crypto, we have really powerful standards. In particular, we have the Ethereum virtual machine, or EVM, bytecode standard, which is how most smart contracts in crypto are built. Monad is a project that is supercharging this open standard, the EVM, by introducing parallel execution, pipelining, and various other features that exist in modern computer systems, which are currently missing from existing decentralized systems.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. So kind of as the Monad blockchain's native token, are there any other usages of the MON token?
Yes, that's right. The second usage of the MON token is that Monad is a proof of stake network. And in a proof of stake network, every node operator stakes a portion of tokens in order to assert that they're going to follow the rules of the network and contribute positively to the network by following all of the rules of the protocol. So in short, the second use of the MON token is for staking.
In short, if I upload all of that to ChatGPT and then it's going to spit back a one-sentence summary, it would be MON is the Monad blockchain network's native token used to pay gas, secure the chain via staking, and align validators, developers, and users around the growth of the protocol.
Exactly.
Yeah, appreciate that explanation. I think this model is likely unfamiliar to some of the listeners simply because of the novel nature of this technology. But this is certainly a historic moment, and would love to hear from Scott's perspective with the launch of this token sales platform and the MON token as the first sale on that platform, what industry-wide problems is the platform itself poised to address?
Yeah, I love that question. There hasn't been a great, fair, easy way for the retail community, the US retail community, to participate in token sales, right? They've all been downstream of primary sales. Those token sales have happened in very limited ways to institutions or to people who know somebody who knows somebody. A lot of us wouldn't feel good about doing. And so we're trying to design this platform in a way that is very inclusive, number one, and is also very fair. And so one of the things that we are really proud about is this bottoms-up distribution methodology. So no matter how much you want to buy, because you can say, I'll allocate X amount of dollars to buy this token, you may not get that full amount because we make sure that everybody gets the same amount first before then giving people more who otherwise have put up a bigger ask as part of that token sale. So those are the two things, is that kind of fairness of distribution and participation.
Makes sense. And you started to dive into this topic a little bit, but I want to make sure we really clearly outline how the users of distributed systems, retail, how are they going to specifically benefit from the way that the Coinbase token sales platform is positioned?
So I think the first one is they'll get access to more opportunities, right? So instead of just being downstream and trading liquid tokens that have been primary sold elsewhere, they'll be kind of at that zero moment. And we want to be in a place as a company where we're able to serve all the needs of issuers, from kind of concept through custody through token sale and liquidity on our exchange. Kind of full life cycle. We're also trying to provide a product for retail users where they can manage their financial lives on Coinbase. And so to be able to do this all in one place and say, I've been able to buy Bitcoin and other assets on Coinbase. I've been able to use stable coins and make payments. I have a great Coinbase One card that I can go spend and earn, BTC backed rewards on. I can now trade DEX assets on Coinbase. Oh, by the way, I can also do primary token purchases through token sales on Coinbase too. And I think, long term, focused out into the future, like we want to be able to offer even more.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you mentioned the Coinbase card. I recently got it. It's easily my favorite that I've come across. It is an awesome product. So appreciate you guys building that out. Yeah, it's a great one. Keone, going to toss a question to you. For anyone who's coming from kind of the Coinbase audience side that might not be familiar with Monad's backstory, I first learned about Monad in early 2022. The Monad blockchain has been under research and development for a very long time. I guess if you could just give a little bit of background on what the story of Monad has been kind of from start, over the last few years and then where we currently are today.
I think the story of Monad really starts at the beginning of 22. Three co-founders, James Hunsaker, Eunice Giarda, and myself, started the Monad project at the beginning of 2022. Prior to that, James and I worked together at Jump Trading for 8 years as high-frequency traders. He was the lead developer of our trading team. I was a quant and the team lead of our trading team. And we just worked together for a number of years. So we had that background. We spent a number of years at Jump Trading building trading systems, joined the crypto team at Jump Trading in 2021, and spent a little bit of time there, mostly focused on Solana and Solana DeFi. And we really had a front row seat to the launch of Solana and the early days of the Solana ecosystem. So we saw this Solana blockchain go live, and we saw this early ecosystem and had a lot of admiration for their team, but also observed a lot of problems. So with that, our team started building and basically ended up rebuilding an entire blockchain system from scratch, along the way introducing a number of new performance optimizations. Members of the Monad community that has been forming over the past 3+ years and has been incredibly instrumental to the growth of the Monad ecosystem. So spent a huge amount of time designing the Monad airdrop that has just wrapped up now and getting tokens in the hands of many crypto participants, many people who eat, sleep, and breathe crypto. But there is still an element that's missing, which is that the algorithms for identifying users on chain, like they can't find everyone. And there needed to be another element that would really help the token be more distributed, ownership of the token be more decentralized. And we came to believe that the new product being built by Coinbase was an incredible way to accomplish that goal. At the end of the day, the power of a huge part of the power of any crypto network is the distribution of the token and the distribution of ownership among many, many people. And I think that token sales are an incredible way to accomplish that, and just excited to that the Monad project is playing a leading role in helping to change what are the industry standards.
Awesome. Yeah, and speaking of changing the industry standards, would love to ask you, Scott, about what this might look like moving forward and into the future.
Yeah, I think you're giving me some nostalgia from the 2017 ICO days. I remember like participating in ICOs. I would send Bitcoin and hope that it would get to the right place. And I love Bitcoin, but it takes time to confirm, and it's happening on a web browser on desktop, and something hopefully works, and there's an allocation that comes, and I can go then download some other client to get the allocation of the token. And like, there's a lot of faith that has to happen in each of those steps. And when you think about what we're doing here, it's mobile first, it's available to everybody, it's front and center in the Coinbase app. And we're just trying to design a great experience for both retail participants and issuers. And I think 2017 was a long time ago, but in those 8 years, like, we really moved the ball forward with this experience that we're debuting right now. I think over time, there's a lot more that can happen with this kind of platform, not say this product specifically, but this kind of platform where, companies like Monad are leading the charge, very crypto native company. Like, you don't get much more crypto native, right, than the groups, the folks in this group here. But ideally, long term, like, any business can create a token and properly, distribute that token, and whether it's a private company or a public company or something in between, like, that's the potential, I think, of where we're headed. But long term, I think crypto in a lot of ways blends in with the existing financial infrastructure. People don't even need to know that crypto is behind a lot of this longer term. And I think that's where this goes. That's kind of our vision over the next years and decades here.
Huge thank you, Scott, Keone, Kevin. Appreciate you all being here, and certainly a lot to look forward to.
Thank you. It was great to join you guys. It's a big week.
Huge week. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys soon.